court where 2 people, they tried terminating them under permanent and pensionable. The case has been dragging for the last 7 or 8 years. And the way I'm seeing it, we are not even winning that case. So I don't know how to place myself.
Well, how do you even begin to win? You don't even have a legal department.
No, we've been having one until I think 2 months ago.
Okay.
Just one person. And you know, one person serving an entire assembly is also not easy on legal issues.
Chair, maybe, so what is, when you say you have 2 vehicles and 11 drivers, when you tell them to stand, what do they stand against? Number two, Chair, you know, Senator Sifuna had requested I ask you only 2 questions, so this will be my last. Number 6. I have a 6 question.
No, I think it's not idle talk, because if the governance arrangements are wrong,
yes,
then everything else is wrong.
Yes.
So my only question is on this aspect of staff establishment. So who are your majority staff? Because you are told by OAG they are 128. So who are these people? Because if you are telling there are 11 drivers against 2 vehicles, let's assume 128 plus 11, that's 118 remaining. Who are these 118? Because if you are lacking, if you are lacking the legal person or legal department, which is critical because our business is to legislate just like the MCS, if you are lacking audit, so who are these people? Thank you.
Chair, as he prepares to answer, I do recall that the Employment Act provides for declaration of redundancies. If somebody was employed to do a certain job and that job ceases to exist, you declare them redundant. I mean, there is a procedure for that. Why are you saying you're going to lose the law, the case? And for me, Chair, there is a broader conversation there, and the judiciary must be told that sometimes the law is about common sense. It is not about just insisting on things because somebody has a letter. It is common sense. Even that judge, surely, who is handling that case, must know that Kenyans cannot be paying for people who do not have any job to do. What would be the rationale? You know, that is an explanation that I don't expect any rational person to make. So why are you saying you will lose the case?
I'm saying that because I think so far, there's a ruling that was made against 1 employee, and we again reappealed. Not myself. I found the case active. So it was reappealed, and the person still is yet to be totally sent home.
So, Chair, what we can do for the people of Busia, Clerk, Speaker, write to the Senate citing that frustration. In fact, the delay in delivery of or conclusion of those cases 9 years, we will write to the Chief Justice herself to offer an explanation to people of Busia why a simple employment matter like that can take 9 years in the courts. That's how we can help you. Number 2, the law is there. Which lawyers are these you are using? You can declare redundancies clearly. The judge herself should come and show us how she will allocate those 11 drivers on those 2 vehicles. It's impractical, and it's just common sense. This is why some of us, you know,
and that's why we struggle
to fix this country, man.
And we struggle with okay, I don't want to go to that line, but let's deal with the ones that is in our hands.
Yeah, it's obvious the speaker is
okay, Senator Gataya.
It's obvious the speaker is paying ghost workers. Now that you have 2 drivers against
2.
That is a true definition of ghost workers.
Yes. They're there.
So when they report, what do they do? When
they sit on the bench outside the assembly. I've been seeing them there. When you give them other assignments, we've actually given some staff different assignments, only for them to go and come back with medical letters and letters from Labor Office. They should be given more lighter duties. So you wonder now which other lighter duties.
That is unacceptable, Chair. I think for the people of Busia, this is something that the Senate must do to cure.
So, Chair, I think you need to tell us the composition of this 118. And Chair, with your indulgence, I have seen compensation of employees. You need to clarify this. In the period ending June 2023, basic salary of permanent employees was 258,584,870. There was an increment of almost 100 million of 358,291,665 on page 19 of your financial statements. So why was this increment? What were you doing here? Who are you employing? So that, Chair, they can answer with what is this 118? Who are these people? Because we have just been told about the drivers which are 11 against.
by 100 million.
How many more questions?
This is 2023 and this is 2024.
The chairs protected you.
But what I can check that we've never employed anybody. I've never employed anybody.
Speaker, let's talk to the numbers.
Yes.
Maybe, Chair, the simpler one the Speaker can ask was, as they look for the other 100 million, the increment in your power. I'm just asking a simple question. What is the segregation of your staff? You have told us about drivers. You don't have audits. You don't have legal. Who are these people? Just a simple, direct question. Are they in catering? Are they in sports? Where are they? Are they clerks?
Can you
Committee clerks?
let Rambo
Just
answer
a
that.
global answer.
Thank you, Chair. We wish to respond. Employee compensation of employees, that increment of 252 in 2023 and 358 in 2024. These arose due to the yearly increments, and also included in this figure are sitting allowances for honorable members. And then
Wait a minute.
yes.
We are comparing like for like. 22-23, 23-24. That explanation does not make sense. Salary increment cannot be 100 million.
Thank you, Chair. And that's why we've said that particular component has included other issues as pertains to salary. There is a lab trust is there, lab fund is there, and other
The
salary.
essence of accounting,
Yes.
comparative analysis, is that all those things that you're talking about, if they were in 2023, 2024, they were in 2022, 2023.
Thank you, Chair. With your kind request, if we can avail the breakdown for that
You
difference.
are the accounting officer, having usurped the power of the deputy clerk. Now you must respond. Now you must respond. We are not giving you time.
Thank you, Chair. And that's why we were seeking for the breakdown of the 352, the three,
It is not the breakdown. You are comparing like for like. In the previous year, the amount was 252 million.
True.
The next year, it was 358 million.
Yes.
Like for like, same factors. So if there was a 100 million increase, it's either you have employed more or you have done creative accounting.
This was, thank you, Chair. We have not employed any.
Let me try to help if I can. Clerk, we are saying there is a rise here of 100 million, okay? In that rise, you haven't mentioned it yourself. You said lab trust, you have said allowances. So tell us, 2022-23, lab trust, 10,000. 2024, an increase of 15,000. What constitutes the 100 million? That's the question that we're asking.
It should not be literature. Let's deal with the figures.
Because the speaker cannot express frustration over that matter, and then we come to the numbers, and the numbers are not adding up.
Thank you, Chair. As I had requested, we are getting back to the breakdown of the 352 million. I may not be able to give the breakdown offhand. You know, these are financial documents, and I was requesting if you could allow me to give the breakdown.
What is the outlier event that led to a rise of 100 million, if it is not employment or creative accounting?
Again, Chair, what do they expect us to do? Just take these figures?
I thought these documents.
Just say it's 100 million and that's it? Why do you want to go and do that now?
Because by the time we are accusing employees, we must also be sure that the numbers in these statements are making sense. Honourable members, we have a site visit to undertake in the next 22 minutes. But these matters that we have started with are so significant that if we gloss over them, then we'll not have done justice to the employees, because it cannot come out of this meeting that we have defined employees as ghost workers when the numbers here also do not tie up. We can only make that declaration when you are certain that the numbers are adding up.
Chair, from where I'm seated, when you look at that table for period 2023, that basic salaries of permanent employees and personal allowance, if you lump them up, they'll give you the salaries for that. This one reporting for 2024, from where I'm looking at, they must have consolidated those two figures. Because our IFMIS is very right, and we know the salaries as 350.
Speaker, you have designated someone as an accounting officer, and we have already expressed our views on that. Let that person earn his salary now.
Thank you, Chair. Earning this salary is it's not easy, but thank you. And thank you for your observation. You know, I've really been having it rough. As the Speaker stated earlier, I was out of the office. You ought also to have even sympathized with me. Now that I've just come back, and I've never even tested this salary of the clerk. I'm earning salary of director. But thank you. As I stated earlier, Chair, you know, I've just done my arithmetics. The 358.2 million minus the 252.5 is giving us a variance of 105.7 million. And as I had just stated earlier, Chair, is that